Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we find out if a company is secretly a superhero or a supervillain in disguise. Today we're cracking open a report from Modine Manufacturing Company, and let's just say the date at the top might make you feel a little far away. Alright, so what is the big deal with this Form 8K from Modine Manufacturing Company? These are basically current reports that companies file when something big and important happens that people need to know about right away. Think of it like a company's official breaking news alert. The first thing that jumps out is the date, the 17th of February 2026. Yes, you heard that right. This report is from the future. Well, not exactly from the future, but it is talking about events that happened on that date. It's a bit of a time warp, but it tells us what Modine is putting out there. Who is Modine Manufacturing Company? They are a global company that makes thermal management solutions. Basically, they make things that help control heat and temperature in all sorts of equipment, from cars and trucks to buildings and even data centers. They've been around for a while and are a pretty established player in their field. Now, the really interesting part for investors and us on Corporate Decoder is always the financial and business updates. This report specifically highlights an investor presentation they put out on that future date. Companies use these presentations to talk to investors, share their plans, and talk about how they are doing financially. The filing also checks a box indicating they're sharing this presentation as written communications. This means they are officially putting this information into the public record for investors to see. It is a formal way of saying they are actively engaging with their shareholders. This section, Regulation FD Disclosure, is super important. FD stands for Fair Disclosure. What it means is that when a company shares important information, they have to share it with everyone at the same time. They can't tell one big investor something juicy and keep the rest of the market in the dark. This report confirms they're following those rules by releasing their investor presentation. So the core of this filing is essentially about an investor presentation. This presentation is what tells the real story of how Modine is doing and where they think they are going. They've put a copy of it, Exhibit 99.1. Right alongside this report. This is like getting a sneak peek into their strategy and performance discussions. This investor presentation is the key document here. While the filing itself doesn't give us the numbers, it tells us that the numbers and the story are in that presentation. Think of it as a summary of their business health told directly from their perspective to their investors. It usually covers things like sales, profits, future outlook, and any major business updates. We would normally dive deep into those financial tables and charts. We'd look at things like revenue growth, profit margins, any new debt they've taken on, or cash they have on hand. For example, if they reported a 10% increase in sales, we'd think about what that means for their market share. Is it because they're selling more widgets? Or are their prices just going up? If profits are down, we'd ask why. Are costs rising too fast, or are they facing tougher competition? Companies are also increasingly using something called inline XBRL, which makes their financial data more accessible and machine readable. That is what the Exhibit 104 is about. It is basically a digital format that helps computers read and process all the numbers in their financial reports more easily. It is good for transparency and for making data analysis quicker. Finally, the report is signed off by Erin J. Roth, Vice President, General Counsel, and Chief Compliance Officer. This signature means the company is officially attesting to the accuracy of the information provided in this filing. It's a sign that the company's leadership stands behind what they are reporting. So, what is the takeaway from this particular report? It is not a deep dive into the nitty-gritty financials themselves, but rather an announcement that Modine Manufacturing Company has shared an investor presentation for public consumption. The real story and the numbers are contained within that presentation, Exhibit 99.1. It signals that Modine is actively communicating with its investors and sharing its business outlook and performance updates. While we don't have the raw numbers here, the act of filing this confirms they are transparent about their investor relations and business progress. It suggests they may be discussing their financial performance, strategic initiatives, and future growth prospects in that separate document. Now let's look at the broader picture for Modine. As a company in the thermal management sector, they are in a crucial part of the manufacturing industry. Their products are essential for efficiency and performance in many different markets. From automotive to HVAC, the trends driving demand for their solutions include the electrification of vehicles, the need for more energy-efficient buildings, and advancements in industrial processes. These are all strong tailwinds for a company like Modine. A key risk for them, however, could be cyclicality in some of the industries they serve, like automotive manufacturing, and the constant pressure to innovate and develop new, more efficient technologies. Their success will hinge on their ability to adapt to these market shifts and technological advancements. and to manage their supply chains effectively in a globalized economy. In conclusion, this Form 8K filing is a procedural step indicating Modine Manufacturing Company is sharing important investor information. The real meat of the story, the financial figures and strategic insights, are in the accompanying investor presentation. We'll be keeping an eye out for that presentation to get a clearer picture of Modine's performance and future. Alright, that is our quick decode of Modine Manufacturing Company's latest filing. What is your take on what this means for the company's future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more regular financial deep dives. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description for even more exclusive insights and discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.